Abstract brainwaves, game genie in the beanie. We ain't on the same stage, leveled up. The epitome of technique, can't survive in my current thought.
Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. And there's this boycott going on, and I don't know if it's a real boycott, but it's, you know, people are saying they're going to boycott Bayonetta 3. Now, Bayonetta 3 hasn't even come out yet, and what happened is the original voice actress, she came out with a video stating that we should boycott the game. Those of us who are fans or maybe interested, maybe you pre-ordered the game like I did, and she was like, hey, long and short, they lowballed me an offer, and you know, $4,000 for it, which is really nothing. So that's kind of sad if true. Again, these are her words. There's 2-3 sides to every story, right? And to not get the game. Now the game comes out in just a few days, so lowball offer or not, they recast Bayonetta. The other comment that I'm hearing that she said was the new person who's the voice is not Bayonetta, and that she should be able to go on tour and make a living off of that voice. And it's like, can you really do that? Like, if Charles Martinet were to stop being Mario, could somebody else who takes over then go around and say, you know, they're Mario? Would it even matter? Could you not just still go around and say you were the former actress of Bayonetta and still have people at conventions pay? I don't get what the big deal is, but it's clearly some bitterness, some resentment, some hurt, because there was an affinity to that character for her, and I guess that's gone now. So it's weird that she waited until around the launch to tell people to boycott it, but I guess she was being tactful for attention. That's the only thing I can think of. This isn't one of those, this person assaulted me and I got the courage to talk about it now. That we know of. That we know of. But I still find it weird that this is all happening right now outside of, you know, the game's coming out. There's going to be attention on the game. You want to hurt the director. You want to hurt the company. So now you're choosing to say something. It's kind of like if, you know, well, I don't want to give examples, specific examples here, but just imagine somebody's career taking off and getting attention, and somebody is upset or jealous or wants money, so then they try to throw that person under the bus and take them to court for things. People do that, right? You all are aware of that. So that part is frustrating to me, those two things. The timing of it and the fact that she thinks that nobody else should be able to be like, hey, they're the voice. Newsflash, you don't own the IP. The company can do what they want with the character. Multiple people can be the voice. It's like if April O'Neil from the first Ninja Turtles, Judith Hogg, went around and was like, yeah, I'm April O'Neil. That's cool. You were. Then they recast you. So the second person who was in the other movie can come out and say, hey, I was also April O'Neil. That's how it works. The companies don't block you from going on these, you know, convention tours to feed yourself. You're within your right to do that unless you sign some crazy contract that allows you not to. So that's what it comes into play. Was there an NDA that says you can't say certain things? Maybe that's why she didn't say anything until now. Those are the questions. So if there was, she severely violated that. And there was a tweet by Hideki Kamiya that said, beware of my, you know, warnings or something like that. I can't remember. I'm paraphrasing, but it was in all capital letters. It looked like a threat, and people jumped on this boycott thing, and he started blocking a whole bunch of people, and now his account is gone. Personally, I feel like he should not have said anything. He lowered himself to her level when, you know, and here's the thing, you boycott the game because you're upset at Kamiya for responding, or are you upset at Platinum Games? Because one is many mouths to feed, and one is just one person who is the creator of this thing. I think it's a little extreme to boycott the game because you don't like, you know, Kamiya. And is Kamiya the one directly paying for, or the one that wrote up the contract for you? those are questions that I have. But he definitely should have said nothing. Let the game come out. And then if he had to say anything, maybe after that, say, you know, these claims are false or whatever, and leave it at that. You really don't have to say anything. The game is going to come out. It's probably going to be really good. And that's all that matters. It's not like y'all gave her the role and only gave her $4,000 and you're saying she should get more work. No, she didn't agree to the $4,000 and you said we're going to go a different direction. There is nothing wrong with that. If somebody was going to do work at my house, you know, some flooring or something, and they wanted a certain price and I didn't want to go with that, but they did some other work for me and I find somebody that's going to do it a little bit cheaper, am I a bad guy for doing that? Absolutely not. So I can understand that it was an insulting offer. $4,000 is not a whole lot for something that's going to make you millions. But to say to boycott it is very extreme. Like, The Voice is one part of the game. And don't get me wrong, she has a very nice sounding voice. However, the development of the game, I think, supersedes that. Would you not agree? The development of that character, the progression, the gameplay is way more important than how she sounds. I'm sure a lot of us would nitpick, like, oh, she doesn't sound like Bayonetta. Bayonetta has a more sultry sounding, you know, vixen voice. So that would be a little off-putting, but imagine the voice being great, but the gameplay being awful. Then you'd want to boycott the game because, you know, Platinum outsourced it to some other studio, and it's not really a boycott. It's just, I'm not buying the game because it's bad. But I digress. Where do you guys stand on this? Are you feeling the talent here, saying that her voice, you know, not being in it and the lowball offer means you shouldn't get the game? Are you canceling your pre-order? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, share as always. And I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Other Yellow Hat Guy is out. Captain Sensation.